Welcome everyone back to my channel. My name is Lizzie and today we're doing a little DIY lamp edition. So first and foremost, I got these two lamps and I thought I could do a little refresh on them. And so I just got some spray paint from good old Lowe's, and as you can see, I have my two sidekicks there to help me. And I just got the Rust-Oleum, and I just got two different colors that I was going to do the lamps, but then the third one in the middle there is a texture spray, and I'll show you guys what they are later, but it's a texture spray and is really helpful for creating a little bit of added texture, for lack of a better word, to these lamps that are a little old school, as you can see. So we're gonna start by taping up the top part, which is the electrical part, but also the little turning doohickey there that turns the lamp on. So I wanted to tape that up and make sure that that is completely covered so that the lamp will work once you get done. And so I'm taking off some of these old school lamps. The tops of them have these, and then the other types of lamps kind of just have that universal, just stick on that little cover, I don't know what you call it, the top part where the light bulb goes, and then the light bulb locks it in place. So these are a little bit older, they do have that. So the good thing is excuse me everyone, the good thing is that you can take those out and then you don't even have to use them anymore if you buy a lamp that locks in with just the light bulb. So just keep that in mind whenever you're going out thrifting for lamps. You can buy a shade. I got one of mine for $12 at Home Goods, and the other one I got at Target for $20. So I got these two very large lamps for less than, well, I guess about $32. I had the spray paint already at home, but you really won't need that much to do this. So secondly, we are going to tape up the cord. So what I'm gonna do is, my little trick is I tape up the cord with the painter's tape, and then I put the rest in a grocery bag, as you can see, because I think that's the easiest, because I'm not gonna try to waste a bunch of tape doing the whole cord. I just think it's a little bit pointless, and as long as that first little part of the tail is out of the way, then the bag will cover the rest. So I'm gonna do that on both of these. Okay, so now that we have that all taped up, bagged up, everything like that, we are going to start spray painting. I chose this beautiful cobalt blue because I wanted something that was gonna pop a little bit, and I think this does the perfect job at that. So as we spray paint it, just watch, I kind of go in horizontal, scratch that, vertical. I go in vertical strips up and down in just a smooth layer, going all the way around, just so that I can get a good grasp on how much I'm getting in each pass through, because you don't want any dripping. Obviously these lamps are going to hold on to that, and it will kind of mess up the overall glaze and texture of the final product. So make sure you're kind of going in those vertical strips up and down so that it is all even and creates this nice look at the end that you will see. Okay? All right, let's get to it. All right, so now that that's done, we're gonna set that aside to dry, and we're gonna get started on our next little project. So again, this next lamp, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be spraying it with texture spray. So as you can see right now, it's this gold brassy material, and I'm gonna spray it with this texture spray. I will show you guys a better picture of that at the end, but I want it to really just kind of bring out and not be as plain of a lamp. And so I think it'll make it a little bit cooler if we have this kind of like a version of sandpaper, but not so gritty. And so they only had tan. So what I did is I went ahead and I got the tan color, but then I also got white because I knew that the texture overall would come through. And so that is what is going to really make it pop and have those ridges and everything, so that it has just a little bit more design feature to it than being just kind of a simple lamp. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a simple lamp. You can always, if you don't want it to be too simple, you can always dress it up with kind of a funky shade, whether it's the color or the design on the shade. But I really just wanted this to be a white lamp because I really wanted to get kind of a light tan type of shade, because you guys don't know this, but my office, it's a little bit bland, and so I really wanted to kind of give it a little bit of pop of color. Who doesn't love white? And so I did these in a couple of layers. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray this, obviously let it dry. As you can see, I am fighting daylight, people, so I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then I am going to come back and spray it with some white. And again, as you can see, my sidekick here is very helpful. But once that's dry, you know, I was fighting the daylight a minute ago, now I'm fighting the rain, as you can see. So now I'm gonna spray it with the white. Make sure you're going in those vertical patterns. And honestly, it's so funny because I really didn't think I could spray paint a lamp. But I'm so glad that I even tried it with these lamps that I got for free. So if you're nervous about it, you could always go to a thrift store, get it for super cheap, or use one at your house that you're really gonna throw away or something like that, so that you're not wasting money if you don't like it. But also, if you are really nervous about it, then you're not wasting anything. And so I was really glad I got these lamps from some coworkers that they didn't want them anymore. And so I really tried my hand at this. And for those of you that have been following me, it sounds so influencer-ish, but for those of you that have seen my previous videos, I have told you guys I'm working on my master bedroom, and I'm actually working on that now, and I'm super excited to show you guys what I've got. It's gonna probably be a two-part video because it is kind of a lot to discuss with you guys, and I like to keep my videos a little bit, like 10 minutes-ish, so that I don't lose anyone, because I know I would get lost if I had to listen so-and-so and I skipped through. I don't know if you're anything like me, but that's me. So stay tuned for the master bedroom video, part 1, coming soon. I just wanted to give you guys that little bit of heads up so you can be on the lookout for it while I obviously finish spray painting this, which feels like now it's taking eternity to show you guys. But again, I'm gonna let this dry overnight, and then I'm super excited to show you guys the final product. Are you guys ready? Drum roll. Honestly, I'm in shock because I really didn't have high expectations for these, but they turned out far better than I ever expected. And I just think they are perfect. And did I mention, again, 2 lamps this size, they're not small, you can see, for literally $32. So I just think, don't underestimate yourself when it comes to doing a new lamp or refreshing an old one, because again, I know I always preach staying to your budget. This helps you because how much are lamps? I just saw one the other day for $50 at Target. So ladies, please don't underestimate how easy this is to do. These are the exact paints that I used. I did use a satin finish for both of the lamps. I've got a flat black that I like, but I just didn't really want that. I think it could be really cool as a lamp. So you can always do flat, but I did a satin finish. There's the textured one, and then here's the blue one. So I'm sorry, I did a gloss on the last one. So the blue one is a gloss, the other one is a satin, and I think they did a great job so far, and they're both Rust-Oleum and Krylon. Thanks so much for watching. Hit subscribe below for more home decor tips.